Hello people of the internet, this is Shaky Jake and I really need a catchphrase. Previously on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, we explored the entirety of Anchorhead. We got a hunting license so we can actually leave Anchorhead now. We explored the Hunter's Lodge where we sold the plate for 500 credits, which unfortunately meant we're out of pocket by 200 credits because we didn't make a profit, but otherwise that's okay. And we also won the entirety of the street racing track here on Tatooine. And most importantly, we bought a new party member in the form of HK-47, our mostly reliable assassin droid, who in the vanilla game isn't very good at being an assassin droid, but thanks to the mods that I have installed is actually a bit beefier now. So the first thing I need to do is actually give HK-47 some actual items. So I'm going to give him, let's see, droid light plating type 2, give him a computer probe, some motion sensors for extra awareness, and a flamethrower and a shield disruptor. And we'll also give him one energy shield. There we go. As you can see, in the last part I did have Mission and HK, but I've swapped Mission out for Bastila because she does have some good dialogue out on the Dune Sea. So let's go and leave for the Dune Sea now.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
I have proper authorization.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
Here is my hunting license.
All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
And we've finally left Anchorhead. We're finally into the Dune Sea, where there's two suns, lots of sand, lots of open space, and basically we finally get to explore Tatooine as a planet properly in Knights of the Old Republic. So let's carry on.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
I'm wondering how Tanis's wife left Anchorhead if you need a hunting license to basically leave Anchorhead. I can't remember if she's a hunter or not, so I could be completely misremembering, but anyway. What do you mean by you old boys?
You're just another of his buddies from that hunting club. I know your kind. You all cover for each other, I bet. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did.
Oh, that explains why you're out here. I need to learn to be a bit more patient when it comes to figuring out character motivations. Anniversary gift? What are you talking about?
Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough.
You sound like you're planning to kill him.
Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart.
Alright. What if he has a message for you?
Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies.
I have to go.
I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
And we have learnt that Tanis's wife, his infamous wife, is just as scary as he made her sound. And from the looks of it, the restoration mod has added a whole bunch of Jawas to the Dune Sea, which is rather interesting because these guys are not normally in the vanilla game. So this actually makes the Dune Sea a little less emptier than it normally is. What do you have to say? Okay, they don't say much, they're just NPCs to fill out the area, that's absolutely fine. Let's go and see Tanis, seeing as he's waving at us. And this is where I could have done with night speed, but unfortunately I can't use it. I could, in theory, switch to Bastila and use it, as you can see here, but I'm not going to do that, so let's just go and see Tanis.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed.
Such a great line. I've always liked that line. Let's see how Tanis is doing. Oh, Tanis, by the way, Marlena says hello.
Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Oh, hey, it's you. I remember you at Faz's place. Could I get you to help out a fellow hunter? Please?
I can completely sympathise with the lack of water in hot weather. I can't stand not having water when it's really hot. So, yeah, I'm completely on Tanis' side with that one. What happened here?
Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right.
What do you want me to do? Or rather, the first question I should ask, why would she do this? We know why, but why would she do this?
Something about me not following her archaic rules for proper conduct in a marriage. I swear I never saw this coming.
If you had an affair on her, which this kind of implies, that's probably why she snapped and basically wants to kill you, or wants to see you dead. I can't really blame her, honestly. You don't seem too concerned about what triggered this.
Hey, I'm the victim here. I'm not sure how divorce works where you're from, but this is a little extreme, don't you think?
As I just said, if you had an affair on her, or you did something very immoral within the marriage, I don't think this is actually that extreme. What do you want me to do?
The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
I say leave him.
You're pretty heartless for such a pretty lady, you know?
I take it back. Let's congratulate his wife.
Commentary. I say we blast the meatbag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meatbags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
This is why I always take Basta and HK with me for this particular bit, because their dialogue here is genius. Alright, I'll try and help out. Hold on.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
That is highly debatable. I think Tanis does deserve this, but anyway. Let's talk to this droid, and we're going to ignore Tanis and listen to the message that Marlena left behind.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Ooh, that's so grim. Okay, let's look at the status of the battle droid group. And I love how the script is called Slimeball Must Die. That's actually quite wonderful. Okay, so basically all of these droids have malfunctioned, either because they've been left to, or because it was deliberately planned. Nothing interesting here, so let's access the system status. So you basically have a choice on how you do this. You can either automatically repair each droid for 2 repair parts each, which leaves, you have to use 8 repair parts if you're going to do that, or you can enter a diagnostic mode to try manual repair. This one is a little too complicated for me. I'm not in the I haven't got the greatest problem solving mind, so I am going to ignore this one, and I'm actually going to do an automatic repair, and that droid will now stop shaking and is now fixed. So years ago I used to just do an automatic repair on all of them, but nowadays I usually just do a mix of both. So for this one, if I enter diagnostic mode. Data missing from prime values. So this one is essentially prime numbers. So all of the numbers on here, 2, 3, 5, 11, 13, 17, 19, all of these are prime numbers, therefore they can only divide by 1 in itself. And I'm not sure if the answer is 1 or 7, because both of these can only be divided by 1. However, because 7 can also be divided into itself, that's the answer I'm going to go for. Okay, well, it didn't explode. Excellent. So let's move on to the next one. And we'll enter diagnostic mode again. Node 1 reports Node 2 failed, Node 2 reports Node 3 failed, and Node 3 reports Node 2 failed. 2 of the above are definitely false. Compare logic to identify the only memory node that can be correct. Now, I imagine that the correct response is Node 2 is reporting accurately because it's the only one that doesn't say Node 2 failed. So Node 2 is reporting accurately. And that was fine. And one last droid. Diagnostic mode is again another complicated one that in my mind I cannot solve because I'm a bit thick, so I'm going to do an automatic repair. I am trying not to look up the answers, so I'm doing this as honestly as I can. So there we go, all the droids are fixed. Let's talk to Tanis.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist.
That will be fine. Good luck.
Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
Wow, he must be in denial if he thinks his wife's going to come back after trying to kill him. But anyway. So we got 400 credits, which is pretty awesome considering that makes up for the lost profit that we lost out on in the previous episode. So let's go over to the Sandcrawler and see how these guys are doing. Okay, mining team captain, what do you have to say?
Who are you? Ah, it doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them.
You're incredibly Scottish. I would assume this was done by the Sand people?
You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that?
Well, it's this little thing where once I talk to someone, it may set up an event that triggers... Oh, I'm not going to explain it to you. Okay, I'm going to put some shields on my characters so we can be fully prepared.
What can I do?
And Bastila, do your thing.
You cannot...
And we've got more Sand people to deal with. I don't think these guys drop anything when it comes to... you know, they don't have any remains as such. Because I think these are just cannon fodder. Bastila, get out of the way. There's a miner getting hurt. I should probably save him. Or they can just deal with it themselves. These miners are terrible at combat. I think we're doing most of the damage here. So let's deal with you. Especially with that weapon he's got, that's terrible. And there we go, that's all the Sand people dealt with. So if you can get out of the way please, miner. Let's talk to the captain again.
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers. Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out.
You don't say that you're not soldiers, you're pretty terrible at combat. I've agreed to try and stop the Sand people attacks.
Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Do you know about their enclave in the south? Don't even try to go near it. They've taken all the Zerka weapons that were supposed to protect our sandcrawlers. That place is a fortress, a death trap. You'll have to find some way to sneak into the place. That is not my job.
Do you know anything about the Sand People?
Just that they attack everything on sight. Well, I suppose they don't attack each other, but any outsider's as good as dead. The company tried to arm us and even set up remote self-powered turrets on the mining route, but that just made things worse. We're not soldiers. They still kill us and then take our weapons off our corpses. They even had the Jawas disable the turrets and set them around their enclave. It's like a fortress now. I don't know how you're going to break through all of that. Me, I'd sneak in. Well, actually, I'd just get back to Anchorhead.
That's probably because you're a coward, and also I don't have that option because otherwise I'll never complete this game. The Sand People are using turrets.
They use whatever they scavenge. They seem to hate our technology, but they love to turn it against us. That goes for blasters and turrets too, I guess. It's not like you need to be a genius to operate them. They probably don't even bother with special settings. They just watch for people approaching and switch them on.
I have other questions about the desert.
I don't have time for this sort of thing. I'm through with the desert. You can take your sand people, crate dragons, and crazy hunters.
Okay, I have to go.
Yeah, so do we. There's no way we're repairing this thing while getting attacked over and over. The desert can have it. The Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we can buy it back and start over. Makes sense to me.
Right, so let's go to the refuse pile and pick up some fairly useful stuff. And yeah, so we basically need to dress up as Sand People or Tusken Raiders. I'm not quite sure why there's a difference between their between the names. I always preferred Tusken Raiders, but Sand People is technically the more politically correct one, I guess, in the Star Wars universe. Oh, we're being ambushed, how fun. So this will occasionally happen when you're walking around the Dune Sea, particularly if you go towards the outskirts of the available area that the game provides you with. So I need... Oh, I can't use Force Lightning because I'm wearing this armour. God damn it. Okay. Bastila. Force push him and stun him. Why not? Oh, and Bastila's dead. Wonderful. Wow, that sand person really tanked hits then. Okay, just kill you. Can't believe Bastila died to you guys. Now hopefully some of them will have remains I can pick up. And they do, Sand People clothing. Excellent. So we need that for our party members to sneak in. You can't have just one. You need it for all of your party members. So let's heal up.
What can I do?
What?
Now, let me tell you a little story about Knights of the Old Republic 1 when it comes to Sand People clothes. There used to be a glitch, and I don't know if the restoration mod has fixed it or not, but there used to be a glitch where it could be game breaking if you didn't have any other saves. But if you saved the game whilst you were wearing Sand People clothes, the Sand People would recognise you as if you weren't wearing their clothes, and if that was your only save, you pretty much had to start a new game because you couldn't actually get to the Sand People hideout as such. It was literally impossible, and I remember breaking a save on the Xbox version that a relative had, and there was literally no way to carry on. And HK, this is a good time for you to test out your demolition skills. Can you recover mines?
Yes?
No, of course not. Okay. This might be a good time to actually switch in for Mission.
Yes?
Because she can recover these.
What?
So, Bastila, get out. And Mission, get in. Recover the mine, please. Excellent.
Sure.
Right then, so what's going on over
Help!
here?
Please! Over here! Under the wreckage! Please help! I can't get out!
Oh, I'm dead. Wonderful. And if I refuse to pay you anything? Who are you to threaten me? I could be dangerous, even though I just died in one hit to your trap. I could be a powerful Jedi. Will you risk it? Oh, great. Damn it.
Right, okay, I need to heal desperately, so I need at least some health. Okay, give me an advanced med pack, and I'm going to actually switch back to my Jedi Knight robe, simply so I can actually use Force Lightning. Wait. Okay, run. And hopefully we can survive. Okay, no, this ain't working. Oh dear, right, run. This is not going to end well, is it? Right, I need to put a shield on. That probably would have been a good starting point. Do I even have a shield on me? Yes, I do. Right, put that on. Run away for a bit. And I need to use another advanced med pack. And run away again. That's not healing me very much, but it will do. Right, come on. These guys are tanking way more hits than I'd like. I think now's the time to use a gun, actually. What's my best gun? A Sith Assassin pistol, that will do. We'll do it the so uncivilized way. Oh, thank you for missing that animation, because otherwise I would have been screwed. Right, run back. Oh, we got Force Lightning, though. Awesome, let's use that really quick. Right. Oh, I tanked a hit. Excellent. Thankfully they're not switching weapons, because they can't. Oh, I managed to get them stunned. Right, use this to your advantage, game. Come on. Run.
Oh, okay, we just survived that. That was absolutely awful. As a reminder, guys, because I haven't said it in a while, impossible difficulty. This is the joys of playing it on such a ridiculously hard difficulty. Okay, let's pick up their remains. Strength gauntlets, that would actually be useful. Let's switch back to my lightsaber, which is here, and to my non-Jedi robes. Actually, this is a good opportunity to put on the Sand People clothing, but I don't want to put it on just yet because I need to save. Right, so I need to heal desperately because we've barely got any health. Easiest way to do that, we're going to transit back to the Ebon Hawk, and I believe the Sand People glitch is also affected by transiting back to the Ebon Hawk with Sand People clothes as well. But again, I could be completely misremembering. So these Gamorreans actually had nothing worthwhile on them, so let's just... Oh, there's more mines. Mission. Go and grab the mine for me. Said grab it. Because you're still my best demolitions expert.
Sure.
Okay. Now, how are we going to do this? I think I'm actually going to switch mission out so Bastila can deal with these lot. And I might also... No, keep HK in. So, shields on.
Ready.
I'm here.
What?
Learned from our mistakes last time. Force shield everyone. And then night speed. Actually, force shield only helps Bastila out, but that's absolutely fine. Avoid the grenade. Stun. And for some reason, the game always triggers more Sand People from coming around this corner. Oh, and I've leveled up. Excellent. So let's just deal with these lots.
What?
Okay, that's all the Sand People down. Let's grab their remains. Oh, here's more of them. It's a bit annoying, but okay. As you can see, they always spawn in this corner here. Right, are any more of you going to come? No? Good. So let's pick up their remains. And as you can see, if you don't pick them up straight away, it leaves this weird mound. I'm not quite sure why, but it always does if you leave the bodies to fade away from existence after a while. So we're getting a couple of gaffy sticks that will get us easy money, and we're also getting a lot of Sand People clothes. So if you've ever wanted a cosplay as a Tusken Raider, this game is the perfect opportunity to do that. And there's a few more remains, so let's pick them up. And then we'll switch Bastila back for mission because we need her to find Griff. And there we go. Right, so switch Bastila out. Bring Mission back. What gun does Mission have on her actually? Because she could probably use that Sith Assassin pistol that I was using earlier. Yeah, that's much better. Right, give her that. I don't know why I did give her that in the first place. So, do I give her anything? I suppose I can give her the Sonic Nullifiers, but she's just going to look ridiculous. I know there's a mod that can basically make all the headwear invisible, and I am actually tempted to get that. Well, the Verpine headband is actually really tempting. Let's put that on, because I think everything else... Oh, it gives her improved power blast though if we use Davik's visor. Right, she can wear that for a bit.
Ready.
Because at the very least I can always download that mod in the future to remove all the headwear. Or to make them invisible. The only downside to that is we won't be able to see, you know, gas masks, because they look quite cool. Particularly if you're a dark-sided character. Now, let's level me up to level... Oh, what level am I at the moment? Level 11, so level 12. Excellent. I didn't realise I was still that low in level. So, recommended gives me wisdom. I might actually... Yeah, wisdom is tempting. What the hell? Wisdom? Yeah, let's go for it. Skills. I need more repair still. So let's just put that in. Feats. I'm only allowed one, so let's go for the near perfect physical conditioning. That will do nicely. Powers, definitely heal. Heal every time. Awesome, so that's me leveled up. Now, to start dressing me and Mission up in Sand People clothes. We have 12 of them. Not quite sure why we need that many, unless if you wanted your entire party members to wear them. So again, it's always worthwhile to definitely not save when you're wearing Sand People clothes, because unless if the restoration mod has fixed that glitch, it will cause your save to be unusable, because the Tusken Raiders will always shoot you on sight even though you're wearing their clothes. Anyway, let's make a move to over here because we want to go to their home. And I think if you talk to the Banthas as well, I think that also gives you away. But we're not going to try that. Mission can recover all the mines because they'll be useful for us later.
Sure.
The running animation looks so odd with Sand People clothes. I'm not quite sure why it differs so much, but anyway. Actually, to fit in better, maybe I should be using some gaffy sticks, because, you know, let's be honest, if this was reality, we need to cover ourselves up as much as possible. Everyone hold a gaffy stick. They're not very good weapons, admittedly, but they're useful for what we need. Oh, that was it. Yeah, if you talk to the Sand People whilst wearing these clothes, that gives you away as well. So definitely don't talk to them. I can't remember if you can pick stuff up from the corpses. I'm going to give it a quick try. Right, they didn't seem too fazed by that. That's fine. So what used to happen if you saved with the Sand People clothes on is that all these turrets would also shoot you as well, and these turrets can either kill you in one hit, or if you get close to the gate then you definitely die straight afterwards, because the game just forces you to die if you get too close and everyone's already attacking you. So let's go in.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
Oh, HK. Why can you understand him, but I can't?
Cautionary. I am unsure, Master. Now is not the time for speculation, however. I will attempt to address your question later.
Quickly, tell him that we are not a threat.
Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Apologise for being here. Say we want peace.
Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call. Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
Is this why we have to be undressed as well? Because I'd like to put my clothes back on, even though it is really hot. I don't know why you can ask him the same question again. Tell him we want a peaceful solution.
Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
Ask what it is that he wants.
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture vaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
The attacks must stop altogether.
Translation. Translation. He says that will never happen, Master. Ignorant outsiders continually desecrate their most reverential customs. This will always demand a response, an attitude I can respect. Protocol. From his perspective, a reduction is already a large step. It is doubtful you will get agreement on much more than that.
Fair enough. Tell him we will get his Vaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the Vaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Right, so first of all, me and Mission need to have our proper gear back on. So let's do that really quickly. This is my lightsaber. Sith Assassin pistol, there we go, and Chani fibre armour, although the black one is a little bit more mature, and even though it's a little bit weaker, I think I will be switching to that once we leave this planet. Now, first things first, I'm going to return to the Ebon Hawk because it's quicker. Next, I am going to go and get these moisture evaporators. So this is the person I need to talk to get the moisture evaporators. What do you have available for purchase? Do you have any moisture evaporators? I'll be honest with him. To exchange with Sand people to stop their attacks. It's good that you like it, so could you be persuaded to lower the price? Zerka's costs, not yours. Who cares about their money? As you can see, not having a good charisma and Persuade not being all amazing is failing me more than it normally does. Perhaps I could try to persuade you once more.
Sandshank.
You want to lower the price. That's acceptable. 200 for the moisture evaporator sounds fine to me. Let's talk to the protocol officer.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties. I need to make up for some lost profit.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
I was mistaken. I'll be back later.
Very well, but we need this matter taken care of.
I might as well just wait until I've got all that. So, I will see you back at the Sand People Enclave. And today I have learned that you can actually put force speed on and then switch back to the armour that it's incompatible with and it still works. Excellent. Right, let's talk to you before we barge in case it's offensive.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honoured to have the job of greeting us.
Well, what a pity for him. Tell him we have the moisture converters. They're converters now? I thought they were evaporators. That must be a bit of a dialogue error. Anyway, tell him we have the moisture evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
And I think unintelligible was misspelt in that previous bit of dialogue there.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Tell him the deal is off unless the attacks stop.
Translation. Translation. He says that he has made his offer and there will be no further negotiation, Master. Deliver the evaporators or face death. Shall I blast him now?
Tell him that we have his evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
That's fair enough. I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
Ask about the star map.
Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation.
A crate dragon? What is that? How do I pass it?
Translation.
Bit of a stupid question because we do know, but anyway.
Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
And that's Comad. Okay. Ask about captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Ask if he knows about the Jawas ISIS told us about.
Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
Ask if he knows about Mission's brother Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast them when you are done, of course.
I want information on the Sand People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Ask if we could meet this storyteller.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How could I prove I am a worthy warrior?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Oh, it's annoying because I want to keep that Crate Dragon Pearl as well if I ever find one, because they're really useful in lightsabers. Tell him farewell for now, because I don't really want to ask him anything else.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Excellent. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, so basically we can't open any of these bins or take anything or talk to anyone here, because otherwise they will begin to attack us. However, we do have permission to free the prisoners, which is awesome. So first of all, let's free the Jawas, who I believe are here, judging by their feet. Hello. I need to ask you some questions. I'm looking for something. A star map. I'm not done asking questions. What do you mean by old city new? As I said, I'm not done asking questions. Why were you taken captive? The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead. And that's the Jawas rescued, which is awesome. So Isis will give us something once we next meet up with him. Now, Griff, who is in the opposite one. Hello, Griff. Let's see what you have to say.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know. I always meant to go back to Taurus's just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and Could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you. And, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
Don't be so sure.
She'll be okay. We had our fights before. Too bad, though. I really could have used a helping hand right now. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
I really don't want to give you credits because I'm kind of, you know, I kind of want them for myself. Forget it. You're nothing but a deadbeat.
I guess you've been talking to Lena too. That's okay. I'll figure out a way to get by without your credits. I always do. Besides, I've already got a job lined up for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
And there we go, that's Griff, Mission's older brother, who is actually quite pathetic. So we're going to leave the Sand People Enclave, maybe forever, or maybe we'll come back, who knows, it depends if I ever feel like giving away a crate dragon pearl. I doubt I will though, because that thing will be really useful in a lightsaber. That's not the end of Griff, because we can still talk to him and carry on Mission's personal side quest with him, so let's transit back to Anchorhead. We also don't need HK-47 anymore, so I'm going to get Zalbar out for a bit, because I feel like Mission and Zalbar should always be together as much as possible. So Zalbar needs levelling up, so that's fine. Master Flurry. There we go. We basically don't ever need to use HK-47 ever again. He literally has no purpose in the rest of the game. Right, first of all, I want to sell some gaffy sticks.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Patience. Just the regular ones for now.
Then I'll take those off your hands, but the real prize is still out there.
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties, and you're going to quite like this one.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Yes, here it is.
Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still Sand People out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerka Corporation thanks you.
You want to give me an additional reward?
And I wouldn't want you to leave without this additional reward. Yes, of course I wouldn't. Once again, Zerka Corporation thanks you.
I feel no guilt in conning Zerka, because they are a little bit dodgy. Now then, Griff, let's talk to you.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you can help me with this anyway. It's more of a job for your friend here.
Come on, Griff, get to the point.
As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
So you want to open a bar?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Torisian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch. And now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Torisian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse.
It's probably what you deserve at this point, but that's what you get for dealing with the Exchange. I'm sorry, I can't have any sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for you.
Come on, Mission. I'm your brother. I'm family. You can't turn your back on me.
Forget it, Griff. I'm not falling for that line again. You'll have to find your own way out of this mess.
You bring me a single tack gland, and you not only save my life, but you get a piece of this great business opportunity. I mean, you can't pass this up. Think about it, and you'll see I'm right.
Right, so we basically do have a choice to carry on with this quest. So Griff wants you to bring him a tack gland so he can brew up some Torisian ale to sell to a business associate. So basically the Star Wars equivalent of the Mafia. He promised you a healthy reward if you come through for him. I severely doubt that, but we are going to carry this on because I do want to actually finish off Mission's side quest. So Greta, do you have anything to say? No, you don't. I have to go. Goodbye. And now, we can pretty much carry on with the rest of Tatooine. I'm going to leave it here for now, simply because I've done all I wanted to for this video, which is basically explore the Dune Sea, do some side quests, sort out the problems between Anchorhead and the Sand People, basically all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.